Okay, Comtech, we're going to learn a few new tools today in Photopea and do a pretty fun project. Similar to on Snapchat, one of my favorite things to do with Snapchat is cut out someone's head and then use that sticker somewhere else, put my friend's head onto another friend. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. The tools that we're going to learn are the lasso tool, which is one of the really big advantages of Photoshop and Photopea in this case. We're going to learn about layers, color correction, and copying and pasting from one picture to another. So what you have to do before you start this is decide, find a picture of you, because the first exercise is going to be you, and then find a picture that you're going to Photoshop your face onto. So let me just resize this and put myself in the corner. And I will drag this around as I need to. So the two photos. I chose this photo of me. I have two friends in this one, but me at a Red Sox game. And then Red Sox in 2004 when they won the World Series. I'm going to use this image. And it may be a little bit of me just reliving, wanted to be an MLB star, but, can't live every dream. And maybe just for fun. So I right click and save image as. Right click, save image as. Those are both saved to my laptop. In Photopea, I just have this open, but let's start from scratch. As you open up a new file, you can do any size. I just chose Instagram because it's 1080 by 1080. It's a nice square spot to work with. It's not going to end up being that size in the end. So I'm going to click on that. Do I have to move? Nope, that's it. In the background, I'm going to choose transparent and then create. So I'm going to go into file and I'm going to choose open and place. I'm going to go to, which one was it? This one, socks. Open that up. Perfect. And I want to deselect this, so I'm going to press Control D. There we go. That deselect tool, I believe, is also in the file, but Control D, deselect. I also want to bring in the photo of the Red Sox, so I'm going to go into File. Now, not open in place. I want to open this up in a separate tab, so I'm going to just click Open. Now, I am doing this in a video tutorial. You can pause it whenever you need to. Do what you need to do, and then play the rest of the video, right? So I'm not expecting you to watch this all, then replicate it from the beginning. What I want you to do is watch a bit, do that part, pause, and so on. So I've got the picture of me and my friends in there. The next one I'm opening is Boston Red Sox, Game 7, 2004. So this might have been against the Yankees then. So I have this image in, and I have this image in. What I want to do is cut out my face and put myself over Kevin Millar here. Kevin Millar was a player for the Boston Red Sox in 2004. I think he played infield, maybe outfield, doesn't matter. What I need to do is zoom in. To zoom in, I'm going to press Control plus and then drag over to me. Now on the left-hand side here, what I'm looking for is the third button down is the magnetic lasso tool. It might just say lasso. What I'm going to do is click on it, and lasso select is usually the standard one. There's three tools here: lasso, pentagon lasso, polygon lasso, and magnetic lasso. We're going to use magnetic. Let's start with regular lasso. Here, if I wanted to just select anything, I can drag around and it selects it. I don't need that, so I'm going to press Control D to deselect. This is great because I can be really precise, but also if I bump my arm or anything, that's not going to be accurate. I'm holding down to access this submenu. Polygonal Lasso does the similar thing, but here it's all straight lines. So Sometimes that might be helpful. Just press escape to get out of that. Sometimes it's not. What we want, and the really powerful one, is magnetic lasso. This looks for contrast between, in this case, it's my face and the field. In your case, it would be your face and whatever the background is. So I'm going to click and drag, and you'll see it starts to just automatically, it knows where my face is. Click over here and then click one more time. And then to get out of it, oh no, oh no, oh no. Try this again. There we go. Just click in that same spot a couple of times. So now I have this cut out of me. What I'm going to do is press Control C, but we can also do is right click and then there's a copy with a up and edit, I believe. What I'm going to do, press escape and press Control C. Now, I'm done with this photo. I'm going to go over to Boston Red Sox Game 7, 2004, and I'm going to insert my face on this. And I'm going to do that by pressing Control V, as in Victor. Now, here I am, but I need to get my head over to here. The top tool is the Move tool. This tool is very important. I can grab myself, and right off, you might notice. And press Control Z to back up. Right now I have the background, and the background is this image. Once I press Control V, it adds in a new layer. I can turn off that back layer by pressing that I. I can do that for this one as well. If it's transparent in the background, that means that there's nothing there. It would be this white and gray check marks are transparent. So I'm going to go back to the Move tool, grab my head, and move it over to Kevin Millar. It's obviously too large. So what I need to do, still selecting it, right? I'm selecting layer 1 in this case. Up top, you'll see transform controls. And here I can rotate it and I can drag it. And it'll start to change the size. Now it's 118 pixels by 189 pixels. And it gives me a percentage of the original width and height. And now you'll see that it's at 86 and then 90. It doesn't automatically lock into the standard size. The same aspect ratio, it doesn't stay the same. So I could squish myself and make myself like this, or really, really skinny, or do anything, right? What I want to do, though, is put myself right over Kevin Millar. And I start to mess around with the stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to save you some time. What you need to do is find the right size. Maybe you need to scale it up. Maybe you need to scale it down, all of that. I know that 52% is pretty good because I've done this already. So 52. Go over on this one. 52. It's really just kind of a made-up number, and I also want to rotate myself just a tiny bit, -1.5 degrees, right? Something like that. That's good. And then just move myself around a little bit. And that's close enough. Then press this confirm. I'm selecting that. Click transform controls and I'm out. This is awesome. Now it looks like I am a World Series winner celebrating with my team. Obviously not the case, but I'm there, but you can tell that the colors aren't correct, right? This was taken on an iPhone in 2019. This was from 2004. It's just a different photo, and that's obvious. So I'm going to drag myself up there. We need to add an adjustment layer. I'm going to click down here on New Adjustment Layer. Okay, maybe I'll move myself over here. And the two that we're going to go with are hue, saturation, and then color balance. The first one I want to do is hue, saturation. I put that right here. I right-click on it. And I'm going to do clipping mask. This little arrow pointing down means that it only affects the layer directly below it. So I can change myself, make myself blue, and you'll see that the original photo isn't changed. So I'm just going to mess around with the slider a little bit. That looks closer. That looks pretty good. Does the lightness need anything? Oh, that'd be a well-lit stadium, but maybe there. So no change on that. And that's pretty good. Now I'm going to add another effect layer. I'm going to choose color balance. I'm going to drag color balance up above. Right click on it and then clipping mask again. So now both of these are going to affect just me. Here, I could change the red, green, and blue. I'm going to just go back to 0 on all of those just to give myself a baseline. But all of our screens are red, blue screen, LED screens, or LCD screens. The three main color in digital photography. So in all of color, really. So these are the main three colors that we're going to change. And here, again, I'm just going to mess around with it a little bit. This is all a judgment call. Just trying to make myself look as if that's me, not Kevin Millar. And maybe take some blue out. Yeah, sure. And that's all I need to do. Now I have, I want to get rid of this. I'm going to click on Pro for properties, get rid of that. That's me. That's done. Now you are going to look different because your colors are going to be different, because your background photo will be different. You could do anything. I was messing around. This was an early attempt, so it does not look as good as this one. But just black and white on a picture of Abe Lincoln. You could put yourself on a presidential head. You could put yourself on top of your mom, or dad. Just Photoshop your face onto someone else's body. I want the first one to be you, but if you want to do another one of switching your faces with your friends, go ahead. Now, I have this image, but it is currently in Photopea, and there's nothing I could do with it yet. So what I need to do is export it. I'm going to go up here to the top, go File, Export As, and I want a JPEG. When I export it, I can leave that, but I want to make sure that the quality is 100%. Don't worry about it being zoomed in or anything. Just good to go. Save it. And that's it. So what I want you to do is Photoshop your face on a image of your choosing, and then submit that photo as today's assignment. Remember that hopefully you pause this on the way. If you just watched this all the way through and haven't done anything yet, then you're going to have to rewatch this and double check on those steps. This is a kind of fun project, so hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Email me if you have any questions. Join the Google Meet if you have any questions. Have a great day.